I just won a 2017 Camry LE.
Be careful, guys. I'm going to make some noise. Or not. Okay. Recovered theft cars are so hit and miss. I bought a 2017 Camry LE from Copart. It was listed as biohazard and rear end damage, but the interior was trashed. Half the wheels were missing, the engine was all hacked up, and so obviously it still doesn't start. No alternator cut out, the radiator cut out, the catalytic converter cut out. So we have our work cut out for us with this one. It has already thrown us for a loop. I'm expecting more and more curveballs. Who knows what it's going to throw at us next? Well, it's been a week. The fourth try didn't go so good, as you know. It didn't start. So we've done a couple things that I think are going to have us on the right track. We had to do some more diag work on it. And what we discovered is that the starter relays were not working. And on the Toyota Camry, the starter relays are actually in a whole separate little module that mounts here inside of the engine fuse box. I was able to get this module used on eBay for 65 bucks. It just came in, we've just connected it in, and we're gonna give it a try. But one other thing we wanted to do is we were having problems with not having enough power with the battery. We had the cut battery wires. So what we've done is we've repaired both of the battery wires. You can see here where we've got a bunch of shrink tube on it. We've crimped on new ends. So we've eliminated the power issues and we've got a good starter relay in it. So now comes the $1,000,000 question. Did Matt buy a lemon or we got something worth fixing? So let's check it out. For the fifth time, God, I'm sorry, Allah, but this is the fifth time. Hopefully it works. It's gonna sound like a stock car if it does start. I'm breathing heavy, I'm a little nervous. Okay, all right. Oh, the fifth time. Oh, we should do the fifth time, right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got it. It stayed on for more than half a second. Oh, yeah. Let's take it to the Derby, right? Oh, my gosh. Okay, we got a charging light on. And a tire light. Of course, we know the tire light because we just put on 2 tires. They haven't been synced to the car yet. The charging light is a whole another issue. So let me show you what we've got going on. Since we've had a week already waiting for the parts to come in, we were able to get the rest of the stuff that we identified from our initial check-in. We knew the exhaust manifold and catalytic converter had been cut up on it. So we've got our new one right here that we got from 1-800-Radiator for $160. We've got the 2 O2 sensors that go in the catalytic converter are also missing. We got these from AutoZone, $210 for both of those. And we've got the alternator from our friends at Reitman for 75 bucks. So we need to get those parts installed on the car. So let's do that now. It's gonna be a little hot, but not that hot. I only ran it for about 15 seconds. All right, I gotta get some tools. All right, got a 13 mil socket. It looks like what it probably is. So let's get this manifold off of here. You never know what people will do for 25 bucks worth of catalytic converter material is amazing, but I think that's seen better days. We can send that to the scrap trailer. All right, so we've got our new catalytic converter built into the exhaust manifold. They put plugs in where the O2 sensor goes, so we need to get that plug out of there. Let's see, here we go. All right, looks like about a 10 mil Allen. Yep, it is. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, let's go get it on the car. Okay, we need to get the new gasket. We've got the new gasket here. Get the gasket on there, and then make sure we line the gasket up right. All right. Drop that down in there. Get it on the studs. All right, here we go. Get all the bolts back on here. I'm gonna get them finger tight, and then we'll put the wrench on them, tighten it up the rest of the way, and then I'll thread in that O2 sensor. And then it won't sound like a stock car anymore. All right, I'm not tightening them up all the way because there's a whole torque sequence we got to go through, but I am just getting it snug for now. Now I got to figure out my torque sequence and then I'll get that all finished up. Let's look on the computer. We can check in all that and it tells us which way we got to tighten the bolts. Center out, okay. All right, okay, got that tightened up. Now we just need to put on the 102 sensor that actually goes in that manifold. They cut the wire to it as well as stole it. We've got a new one here from AutoZone. Let's get that threaded in there real quick. Okay, the O2 sensor just threads right in the hole and it will actually plug into the connector because it's the right O2. Get it strapped down. All right, now I'll tighten that O2 sensor up. We'll get Billy to finish the alternator job.
All right, so while Billy's putting the alternator on, let's go ahead and get the taillight swapped out real quick. As always, they're a little tricky. Wow, that wasn't easy. Thought I was just removing a tail light. Okay, well, we got the old tail light out. So as you can see, it had a big hole in it. Okay, so we've got our new tail light here, which is in good shape. No big holes in it. From our friends at Bessler Auto Parts for $100. So let's get that mounted in there. Gotta get that little stud behind the bumper cover. There we go. There we go. All right, got that on, got the stud in. Now we can put the nuts on and then attach the wires. And we will have a new taillight. All right, tightened up. All right, it's looking good. We got nice fit and finish around the side. Okay, so get a couple poppers on there. That'll be finished. We've also got our spoiler. It's come in while we were waiting. We're gonna get the spoiler put on the deck lid, get our new Camry logos on there once we get it all painted. Then the last thing we've got to do is we got 2 more tires for it. As you know, we put 2 left side tires and wheels on it. Ends up that the right side tires are pretty bald. They need to be replaced, and we want to match them all anyway. Once we finish getting the alternator done, we'll take it over to Goodyear and have them mount up the other 2 tires.
So we got the rest of the exhaust in. Now the trick's getting it put on. Unfortunately, when they go cutting out catalytic converters, they don't really care about the aftermath. So we've got a damaged, kind of screwed up tailpipe here that we got to get onto. But we got our new pipe in from our friends at 1-800-RADIATOR for a little less than $200. We've got our new tailpipe with the catalytic converter. So it mounts up here to the bottom of the exhaust manifold that I installed earlier. We've got the donut gasket on there. So it goes up on right like that and then back to here. So we're gonna have to get one of our guys to do a little bit of welding, cut this off, get it welded around on there, and then that'll finish the exhaust. So Danny fired up the old oxy-settling rig. He had to heat up the end of the pipe to get the angle just right so that it would mate up with the catalytic converter and not leak. Once he got that done, we drug out the old Vulcan electric welder, put a couple tack welds on it to line up the pipe just right, and then we welded it all the way around. All right, listen to this thing. It sounds great now that it's got all the exhaust on it. No longer do we have a stock car. Now we have old man sedan, Toyota Camry. But it does purr like a kitten. The build is going along pretty nicely. We've got a couple things that we still got to fix. One of them is the coolant tank, which you saw in the last video. It got hacked up by a Sawzall, but our good friends at Reitman Auto Parts got us a new one for $35. But while we were installing that, we noticed that the little coolant overflow hose nipple off the top of the radiator got hacked up as well. So our friends at 1-800-RADIATOR hooked us up with a new radiator for $150. Now that we got those installed, it's time to go deal with Nate. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's time to do the body shop part of the build.
All right, Nate, what do you got going on here?
Well, we're gonna have to tear this bumper apart.
What?
Because
Hold on. We've got a couple little scratches right here on the corner of the bumper.
Yep.
And you're wanting to tear the whole bumper apart.
yeah, because you don't know what's going on behind here. That's there for
Because of a
reason.
scratch.
Well, yeah. So look at this. I was inspecting this, and you can see where this isn't secured. And then the whole bumper is missing lower splash shield. That's why it's moving as much as it does.
So you're gonna take the bumper off.
Yep.
Secure the grill to the bumper properly. Make sure there's no other damage. Okay, on the back end, we've got the new spoiler, right? Just slap that on, boom, done.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, you started taking the trunk apart. What did you find?
Well, I just assembled it. I still had to take the chrome piece off. We'll have to replace this. Switch over all the clips. And then there was a dent here, which I've already dollied that out. I'll sand this all down, grind it, pull it if I need to, and then fill it in.
Get it painted, put the emblems on it. All right, bumper cover, I see it's got some scratches in it.
Yep.
It's just like the front, you're gonna wanna take it off and rebuild the whole back end.
I'll take it off and get this back here all straightened up, because clearly it doesn't fit in there right.
Yeah, I see that, it's not sticking in there right at all. All right, so you're gonna take the back bumper off, fix these scratches up here and here.
Yeah, at least take the corner off and see what we got going on.
Okay, all right, well, sounds like we got some work ahead of us. All right, so the guys have all the color on here, got the clear coat on it, and she's ready to get the tape taken off of it. It's got a great shine to it. Really like how this came out. You can't see any of the old scratches or dents that were in the deck lid. Bumper looks all nice, all the scratches are gone there. Yeah, the front bumper, scratches are gone there, and it looks good. They blended it out across the lower valence there. That looks great. Our spoiler looks good. All right, really encouraged. Time to get it untaped, get the spoiler put on, and get it out of here. All right, we got all the parts in to finish up the Camry. Nate just finished putting on the rear chrome trim piece here. We got our tail light from our friends at LKQ to go on the passenger side of the deck lid. Our friends over at Carry Toyota got us the final 2 badges we need for the Camry symbol and for the Camry logo down here. Tail light's just got to go back in. Nate and the guys got our spoiler painted, so it needs to get put on. Once everything's put on, then hopefully we can get it out of the body shop. So we got it back from the body shop. They've got it all put back together with the badges and the trim and the tail lights, everything in. So that's great. Got it up on the lift. We got the 2 splash shields put back underneath the front end that are the lower engine covers. So that's all finished. The front bumper secured properly. Now we need to get inside the car. It's kind of been rifled through from when they'd stolen it. So we need to just get the interior put back together right. And then we can finally take it out on the road and see what we've got. So I got to drive her home last night. Nice car, I've always loved the Camry. Found a couple issues with it, nothing really major. Got a check engine light on, so we're gonna need to get that scanned and see what's going on there. Probably heard as I was pulling in, backing plate rubbing on the front right wheel, which doesn't surprise me. When the car was sitting there at Copart with no wheels on it, I'm sure it damaged the backing plate, so we'll get that wheel off, figure out what's going on with that. And then I've got a tire light, which again is probably related to the wheels. We've replaced the wheels. I'm sure we just need to sync up the new tire pressure monitors. So hopefully we can get those 3 things done and get it out of here.
And that's exactly what we did. Billy got out his trusted little hammer and he was able to beat that backing plate, get it back into shape, get it off of the rotor. The check engine light was able to clear right out because we'd already put the catalytic converters in it, so that was done. 4 new TPMS sensors later, Goodyear was able to get our tire light out, and now for the best part, it's off to detail.
All right, she's back and she's finally finished. She's signed up. It's gonna make a great first car for somebody. Let's get it over to the sales lot. In the meantime, we'll get upstairs and we'll take a look at the numbers.
So I wanted to get away from the noise of the shop to come upstairs and go over the numbers on this Camry. By the time we paid for all the auction fees, the cost of the car was $4,094. And then we had to ship it here from Colorado, which was another $600. And when it showed up, we already had the 2 wheels here for it that we got from our friends over at Stricker Auto Parts. We got those wheels for $300. Then we had to get 2 tires for them, which we got from American Tire Distributors for $129. We had to buy the other 2 tires to get them to all match. That was $130 for the tires and $60 to mount and balance them. Our friends over here at Goodyear put them on and they charged us $48. That got the car sitting on the ground. And then that's when we discovered all the damage the vandalism had done when they cut out that catalytic converter. And that was really an expensive discovery. The catalytic converter itself was $674. And then they had damaged the alternator, that was $110. The coolant overflow tank was $123. The battery hold down was $72. The radiator was $110 where they busted the nipple off the top. We had $210 in oxygen sensors. Oh, and the battery cables were another $44. So all said and done, that vandalism just in parts alone was about $2,000. We had the chrome piece that goes on the rear deck lid, that was $42. We had a broken windshield, which was $229. The 2 splash shields that were missing under the front was $66. That one broken taillight was $80. Then all the deck lid emblems, since we had to take them off and repaint the deck lid, those emblems we got from Terry Toyota for $226. And finally, we put a battery in it for $95. So all said and done, our $4,000 Camry ended up being a $10,777 Camry. So we've got a lot of money in it. The market condition for that car right now is 58 days supply. There's 33 of them within 90 miles. And the average with our adjustment for our mileage, average market price on the Camry is $15,800. If that's the case, we're gonna sell a car for $12,000 that we've got 10.7 in. That only gives us a contribution margin of $1,218. It's a shame because it was a really nice car. It should have been a good money maker. All that vandalism damage really ended up costing us on this one. Took away all the real profit potential from this car. So it looks like we are gonna squeak out of it with a little bit of contribution margin, but at the end of the day, we'll have another happy customer. I appreciate your watching to the end. That's gonna be a wrap for this video. If you like this kind of content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Matt Ryan, and this was another episode of NKY Auto. Man, they said buying a vandalism car would be easy. It'd be a quick flip, it'd be quick money, and instead this thing needs a radiator, it needs an alternator, it needs a catalytic converter, blah, blah, blah.